Hello everyone, welcome to the Spanish Grand Prix. So it is then round 5 for my career mode in my Manor Mercedes car, and had some pretty good results recently, but I'm not expecting Spain to be overly a good result with my car, since it's a track that requires quite a lot of downforce and a bit of straight line speed as well down the fairly long main start finish straight. Here we are having a look at it right now. So the very long turn 3 needs quite a bit of downforce, and the whole track really, turn 9 as well, really good downforce corner. So I'm not expecting amazing results on this track, but we'll see what we can do anyway against my pretty competitive teammate. And as you'll see in just a second, my car still isn't quite as good as the rest. It still is the slowest car in the field. So there we go. So you can see the orange upgrade is what I'm applying this race, but the line is where I'm actually at now. So actually still the slowest team, but after this race I will be faster than both Sauber and Reynolds. Hopefully we'll be able to start attacking a little bit on the next race, as it'll be Monaco next, of course, and reducing my chassis weight in time for that, so hopefully should be fairly competitive there. Right, anyway, let's get on with it. Let's have a look at my quali lap then. So right at the, well, I say 9 seconds, still got 50 seconds left for quali, but this will be my last quali lap. We've done a 23.7, but that's still leaving me stone cold last, and my teammate is just in front of me. So yeah, my target is 20th, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that one. And we'll see if we can beat my teammate. That's probably my main goal. So I'm already over half a tenth up, so I must have had a bad exit on my previous quali lap. Get it all slowed down, try and nail the curb there. Took a bit too much curb really, but you see there it's highlighted in the time, split time. We're now half a tenth down, so I've lost a bit of time in the first couple of sectors, but that's could mean that my previous lap was pretty good through there. So almost a tenth up at the end of the first sector then. Get it also down, hit my apex beautifully that time on the power, nice and early. Just trying to avoid the oversteer slightly, just touch the curb on the exit. Now 2 tenths up, so really good last corner. Slight lock of the inside tyre, that happens quite a bit, but just try and straighten the car nicely for the exit, which I managed to do nicely. Now 2.5 tenths up, so this is a bit more like it, quarter of a second up. And get it all slowed down. Sometimes go third through there, depending on your car really, I think, and always get seems to get oversteer on the exit there. And almost half a second up then to gain lots and lots of time, trying to carry nice lot of speed through here, which well, I managed to do okay, but losing time on the exit. So nearly 6 tenths up though. If we can maintain this through the final sector, I think that'll probably put us ahead of our teammate. Let's have a look how we're getting on. And I just try and straighten the car once again. If we get now 7 tenths up, then so this is looking really good. 8 tenths up even. It's looking really, really good to gain a lot of time. Probably be miles ahead of our teammate. Lower and a little bit wide there. Oh, get all over the curb though. That sends us into some oversteer. Completely compromised the line into the next corner. Well, we're now only 5 tenths up. So that cost us, well, at least 3 tenths there. And at the end of this one, we're, well, 4 tenths up. So probably cost us in the region of 3 or 4 tenths, that mistake, unfortunately, there. And a pretty good final chicane considering. And about half a second on my previous. So pretty good gain overall. We left about 3 or 4 tenths, and well, unfortunately that leaves us stone dead last then after our teammate completed his time. So let's have a look. Wow, only just a couple of hundredths off my teammate then. So if we take, what, 3 or 4 tenths off that'd put me about a 0.1. So I could have been in contention for P17 on a track that my car is not very competitive. So that'd have been some result, but unfortunately just not quite able to get the lap together when it mattered at the end there. This is the race strategy then. So it's a pretty high tyre wear track in stark contrast to Russia. And start on the softs, then go to the mediums. So not bothering with the hards at all. And you can see just about 50% wear at the end of both stints. So not too bad. We should be okay with that. And we'll see how we get on. Pitting on about lap 6 or so. Here we go then. Start with the very back of the grid. Surprisingly, for the first time, it's the first time my teammates beaten me in this season. The first time I start off on the back. So clutch in then, and clutch out, and away we go as the lights go out. So pretty good start there. Palmer gets a bad start, and that holds Verlin up in it. Going to try and go the outside, and Nasser here. And it's Marcus Ericsson up next. Going to try and go on the outside, but that's not quite going to work. Oh, he darts over to the left there. And oh, wow, we're pretty late on the brakes. See the lock of the tyres. I didn't intend to brake that late. That was more avoiding action. And they always seem to brake. They always seem to surprise me how early they brake there. I'd brake, well, you saw I still made the apex and braked so much later than them. But anyway, that's enables us to gain quite a few positions, up to P14 now then, just after the first turn. So lots of positions. Going to have a look up the inside here, but they are too wide, so not going to be able to make any positions for now. See if we can get a nice clean exit to gain anyone. No, we're probably going to have a look at the inside, which we do indeed. Dive right at the inside, take 2 cars. If we can get it done on signs, going to leave him on the outside, though, try and get a good exit. He's still well alongside us. You can see his front wing there, trying to steal some slipstream off Sergio Perez there. And managed to outbrake Carlos Sainz on outside, but he's still there. We're still having to give him room, which unfortunately means he's going to get the inside line for the next corner. Just trying to squeeze him over there to compromise his line slightly. He's still on our inside there, so he's quite a few corners have been side by side. And he actually managed to come out on top there. Going to steal a bit of slipstream and try and direct up the inside, which he managed to do nicely. Get it all slowed down, hit the apex, and that should be moved down, which it is indeed. So up to P12 now then. And I hope I managed to come through there as well. So we're now in a forced India sandwich. And it took quite a few corners, didn't it, to make that move stick. But I managed to get there in the end. So Perez is next then. P11 now. They're always fairly slow on the start when they're all bunched up and all slowing each other down. So I'll try and nail this exit here, which I managed to do quite nicely. Do I stay full throttle for this final corner? Yes, I do. go to rich mixture as well. So really going to try and nail Perez here. Perez has managed to fall back slightly from the cars ahead. So if I'm going to name him ever, it's going to be now. Perez has got pretty good straight line speed. You can see that in the slipstream, still only just starting to get in. They're going to try and break late, which managed to do. Again, we got also down a bit of an inside lock wheel, but managed to do that and shut the door on the exit. And that's the move done then. So up to P11 now. That's pretty good. And we got points position next then, and which will give us P10, but already a bit of a gap to the cars ahead. But mind you, in that braking zone alone, we gained quite a bit. So I think they're still holding each other up. And the Haas cars always seem to be fairly slow on a race start for some reason. Who's more or less ahead of this pack is Gutierrez there. Massa just ahead of him. And for some reason, Massa is my rival. I've got absolutely no idea why. Well, I do know why. It's because he was the next driver in the Drivers' Championship when they set it. I think it was the end of the last race. And unsurprisingly, he's going to be quite a way ahead of me. There's no chance for me, Williams, not yet. Maybe late in the season if I'm lucky, but no chance at all yet. So still trying to hang with Kvyat up ahead, but not doing a great job of it. They are still slowing each other down. You see them gain massively on the brakes here. And still pretty close now, though. We're going to get some slipstream. If we can stick this close, we might be able to make a move down the start-finish straight. We'll see what we can do. But just, you see, they're just struggling for downforce just every corner. We just seem to be able to pull away. Going to have a think about going up the inside there, but think better of that. That would have been probably ended in a big crash and a no front wing for me. So don't want that. Trying to get a good exit now, though, which managed to do fairly well. I think that was more or less full throttle once again. Go to rich mixture all over the curb there, though. Cost us a little bit of time. We've got Perez closer to us. Behind us, and Kvyat is ahead, unfortunately, which is not ideal. And you see they are battling ahead, though. Does that give us a chance? Perez isn't going to be close enough. And they are still battling. They're still side by side. Then going to try and... Oh, wow. Very almost lose our front. We're going to try hang around the outside of Kvyat, which he managed to do nicely, which gives us the inside line for the next corner. And that's move done then. Well, that was very opportunistic there. He seemed fairly slow on the apex, so I thought I'd just go for it. Really aggressive move, and it worked beautifully. And that puts us up to P10 then. So we're actually now in a points-pay position, amazingly. And despite this track really not suiting a car, but I think we'll have to do a lot of defending from here to try and keep that a little bit deep, but take a late apex. Managed to do nicely. And Gutierrez is up next. And as I said, the Haas team is fairly slow on the race starts. And for some reason, their quali pace, they always seem to be quite far up the grid on quali pace, but race pace, they do seem to hold a few people up. So I'm not sure if it's because they get good starts or it's just their race pace is a lot slower than their quali pace. But anyway, we've got DRS now. Then we're going to have to keep an eye on Kvyat behind, but since we've got DRS and a bit of slipstream, he's not going to make us. But oh, we're going to run very deep there then, and that's not ideal. All over the curb. Kvyat's up our inside. That's going to give him the inside line, and well, unfortunately, he gets through again. There, so that is that's not ideal, and just a bit of a mistake. That was the first lap I had DRS and a bit of slipstream, and just a bit of a mistake for me there, just braking a little bit too late. So so not ideal, that's for sure. And I don't think we're quite a way back from Daniel Kvyat. We've got Perez right behind us. We do get a DRS though, luckily, just about. We're going to have to. I think about defending the slipstream, but then I think I might be able to sneak some slipstream, but no chance of that. And Perez is going to fly on our outside there, and not enough though. On the inside, we should be able to keep that position, which we managed to do. Chop off on the on the inside of the corner. We do actually take him out, unfortunately, there. And well, unfortunately, I have a replay cam for that one, but I'll let you guys decide whether that was a legal move or not. I'm not too sure. I did chop across him, but you know, I was up the inside on the previous corner, so perhaps it was legal. On the rear left one, I think that would have been close. I don't really know what the outcome would have been, but never mind. We'll move on now then. It's Hulkenberg just behind us now, and we've actually not lost too much time to Gutierrez, backing up my race pace theory there. And but Hulkenberg with DRS is probably going to be past us by the time we get to the corner, which he is indeed. And there's a Tauros just behind us, we can't even steal some slipstream. We'll try to outbrake Hulkenberg here, lock an inside wheel. Going to be the outside for the next corner. If we can hang on the outside, which should give us the inside line for the next corner, which we're going to do. And hopefully that will enable us to get back ahead, which it does indeed just about. So go a little bit deep in there just to squeeze him a little bit wide. And he's very close behind us still. Though. Look at this, he's going to look at the inside, is he? He's going to try it, but we're going to run very deep, which is going to open the door for him. Unfortunately, the inside is going to be able to get back past us. Oh, we're oversteer there. Bit of contact as well, but I'm now on the inside to the next corner. And I try and break the big lock of the inside tyre though. We've got to still leave him room around the outside here. And we're still wheel to wheel coming to the next corner. But I've got the inside down once again. But it's not the corner, sort of corner I can outbrake him really. So I'm going to have to leave him plenty of room, which I do indeed. And still side by side. Oh, he's backed out of it there, which I think might enable me to just about squeeze ahead. Is it? Leave a bit of room on the inside there. But no, that's enabled me to just about get ahead. But he's going to be straight back at me here with some DRS. And I'm going to go to the inside. I think we'll go to the outside. But decide the inside is the better line. He dives on the outside. But I've got the inside line. I take that nicely. And Bottas managed to squeeze through, does he? No, he doesn't. It looks like Hulkenberg took that position straight back. So we are still ahead for now. Still only P11 though, still not getting any points for this, all this work. And look at the train behind us. So really, really hoping for in the future that we can have a more competitive car and really start attacking the cars ahead rather than just defending from the cars behind. Because it's not overly fun, is it, just defending the whole race? But I'll see in future videos anyway. So some cars are already starting to pit, interestingly. And that's quite early, but we are due to pit this lap anyway. And Hulkenberg is coming on outside once again, but not as much pace as he had previously. Should enable us when I start braking, which it does, take the inside line nicely and get the move done beautifully. Bit of a wheel spin there, but it didn't really cost us too much time. And it's up to P5 now after a few people have pit, but unless they have some serious issues, I wouldn't have thought that would affect us too much. We'll probably still be straight back in P11 when we come out. That's assuming that we don't lose any positions in the pit stop, of course. And 6.6 to Daniel Kvyat now. Well, we know I've done a bit of defending, of course, but we do know, of course, that he was just ahead of us at one point. So it just shows you how much slower we are on the Toro Rosso car. They really are quite a bit faster, unfortunately. But so we are pitting this lap then. So what I'm doing now, he's not going to get me down the main straight, of course, because we'll be in the pit lane at that point. Just trying to make sure I don't make any silly mistakes so they can get past me. So hopefully I can come out ahead of all these cars and continue to defend. That's my plan. Straight away coming out of the slipstream, you can see he's not close enough to me to make a move at the inside. And my engineer just reminded me to pit this lap. And there's just 3/10 back and still a massive queue. Just confirming to him there that I'm going to pit this lap. I'm just trying to hog the apex there nicely. So we're going to go to medium tyres, of course. That only gives us 11 laps until the end. And fingers crossed we can make them last and hopefully keep this position. If anyone has any problems ahead, of course, that could be a points paying position. Now they're trying to attack this pit lane now, trying to gain a bit of time on the cars behind. And try and brake fairly late, but of course we don't want to be getting a penalty as we did earlier in the season. And that was pretty good there. Pretty much good as you can do it, but Hulkenberg, the AI always seems to get a really good pit entry. Hulkenberg right behind me still there, unfortunately. And wow, look at all this pit crew here. So got to hope we don't get held up here. We are the last one in the pit lane, which usually gives us a slight advantage in that the guys earlier in the pit lane tend to get more held up by the cars coming down the pit lane. Fingers crossed, but oh no, we are being held. We're being held massively, and the car behind us as well gets out. Wow, there's 4 positions down the drain, unfortunately. Back to P19 now, and there's a car coming down the pit straight. Will he be able to get us as well? It's Felipe Nasra. Will he be able to do it? No, we're going to brake very late. Look at the inside tyres straight away, damaging the tyres. We've got Marcus Ericsson very close up ahead here. And oh, we actually seemed to apply the brakes there for some reason. Not too sure why he decided that was a good place to apply the brakes. I'm lucky I didn't plough into the back of him there. But managed to sneak another position anyway. So just 3 positions lost now, net from the pits. So I would now be up in P15, so still not ideal. But I imagine some people ahead are yet to pit. But, well, that's unfortunate. Very, very long. But I didn't quite catch the time. I think it was something like 6 or 7 seconds. So we lost something like 4 or 5 seconds in a pit stop there, unfortunately. So not ideal. But I mean, when you got that many cars so close behind you, it's kind of a little bit inevitable, really, isn't it? We were really holding them all up. So kind of fair enough, I guess. But I'm concentrating on Magnussen now. We do seem to have a bit of pace on him. We are not falling back from him yet. A bit of DRS. And of course, Magnussen is pretty similar car performance to us. He's slightly quicker than us. And of course in the next race he will be quicker than us, so we'll be quicker than him. My teammate Pascal Wehrlein is now in the pits. And right, Kevin Magnussen up next then, so we are seem to be gaining on him then, so actually we might be able to maybe take Kevin Magnussen on pure pace, even with same tyres, so that'll be good. And just going up through the gears here, trying to stay flat through that final corner, managed to do quite nicely. Bit of curb there which pushed us, or tries to cause us to slide slightly. There's a couple of cars in the pits, including my teammates, so they're going to squeeze me slightly on the exit. Just going to try and stick to this side of the white line, which we managed to do. And, well, effectively 3 positions in one straight there because the cars come out of the pits, which puts us all up to P15 then. Oh, no, we've got lots of oversteer there, though, and that's just enabled Kevin Magnussen to come straight back through. And, well, that's not ideal. We've just immediately managed to lose the position again there straight away. And, well, that's disappointing. But, again, we seem to have a pretty good pace. We're sticking very close to him, so hopefully we can retake him. That would be nice. But there's a couple of cars up ahead. What is it? Toro Rosso and a Force India. Well, they're quite a bit faster than me, so I wouldn't imagine I'll be able to get anywhere near them, but we'll see. As Kevin Magnussen had a little look at the inside, but better at that. And just want to really try and get it moved down the main straight, or perhaps this straight if I can be close enough. Try and nail the curve there, get back on the power, and no, didn't quite use all the track there, so thought we'd be too close enough, although with a bit of slipstream. And I think when I short shifted there, they're actually just trying to not overtake him down that straight. And save a bit of fuel while I'm doing it. And yeah, still remaining nice and close to Magnussen here. Just going outside there just to try and avoid dirty air a little bit, but I'm not sure it's... Dirty air effect isn't that powerful in this game, so I'm not sure it makes a massive difference, but maybe I'll have a little look at the inside line. No, don't really even think about that, because I know I should be able to nail him down the start-finish straight nice and easy. Now, do I stay flat through this final corner? Look at the bottom right there, the green bar. Little tiny lift just to make sure. Oh, a bit of oversteer on the curb there, though. Cost us a little bit of time down the straight, but hopefully it should be enough with some slipstream and DRS assistance. And yeah, this should be fine going up the inside. For some reason, yeah, I never defend. And I'm braking early enough, I hope. Yeah, no, not even lock of the inside tyre. Hope we don't make the same mistake again, which I don't. He's very close behind us, but that should be moved done now. Now, big question now is, can we pull away? I mean, with his dirty air behind me, and of course he will get slipstream on me now, and also DRS, but fingers crossed we can pull away, that'd be nice. But I'm not too sure. Hulkenberg just up next, 2.7, so actually, all in all, I think we only lost, well, we lost 4 positions in the pits, didn't we? And then we gained 2 back over Magnussen and Ericsson. So I think actually we only would have been in P13 anyway, despite that pit stop mistake, probably because of the cars that pit before me. So it's not the end of the world. It means that I would have been slightly higher position, yeah, but no points still. And well, I mean, even if a couple of cars crash ahead, still no points. It's not the end of the world actually, as it's turned out. So that's quite fortunate there. And just trying to be consistent. I'm not able to pull away from Magnussen, unfortunately, at all. He's using these slipstreams to good effect. And able to stay nice and close to us, pretty much as close as we were to him, actually. So I think our cars are very similar paced, or we are very similar paced, rather. And so then meaning that he, unfortunately, probably not going to be able to pull away from him, which is going to be a stressful final 8 laps for me. But fingers crossed I can keep the position. That'd be good to salvage a P15, despite qualifying at the very back of the grid. I'm going to use our trick of going right to the inside to avoid him getting slipstream, and yeah, look at that, his straight line speed even with DRS is just not good enough with our rich mixture, and quite a lot of fuel on board as always, so you can usually go rich down the whole start finish straight, and that's quite comfortably defended there. He didn't manage to get alongside me, so we'll certainly take that then. So being on lap 10 now, we are now going to skip ahead to well, the end of lap 10, so just about half a lap ahead, and looks like Magnussen is pretty close to us once again. Just trying to keep it consistent, particularly out of this final corner. He's trying to get good exits every time, but that's not ideal. He's a little bit tight there, which probably caused a bigger lift down the light going straight to Rich, but he's definitely a bit close to me this time. So with his DRS, will he be able to be alongside me? I think he might just about. Yeah, but he's not got a lot of straight line speed, does he? So I'll still be on the inside line here, and probably just giving him the exit. That's right, squeeze him on the exit. So that's position defended nice and easy there. So yeah, it's looking like I should be able to keep this position. Like I said, just needs to remain consistent. I mean, it's not like I made a big mistake at that corner. He was able to get side by side with me. So if I get even a little bit of oversteer for that final corner or run a bit wide, then he probably will be able to get past me, and I probably won't be able to do a lot about it. So we do need to be very, very cautious here. You know, if we're going to keep this P15, it's not overly exciting, is it? But in a manner, it does feel good. I've got to say, when you're driving this game with the Ultimate AI, in a manner, it does feel good. When you get a P15, it does feel like a result. When you've defended this hard, and you're beating your teammate, it does genuinely feel like a result, which you're never used to. Now, who's this up ahead? This is Daniel Ricciardo then, running very, very slow indeed. So it looks like he must have a damaged engine or something, because he's very slow in a straight line. And that has compromised Kevin Magnussen there, but so slightly behind. You can see him just side by side as well with a Sauber there in the mirrors. So that's going to compromise him quite heavily. So this is our chance. If we're ever going to pull away and break the slipstream and DRS, it's going to be now. I don't think we're quite a second ahead though, so we really need to push for this final chicane if we're going to get anywhere near that. And let's count it then on the mini as we cross the line. So there we go, and no, it's not quite going to be a second, unfortunately. So he's going to get some DRS, unfortunately, on me. But looking like he's a little bit too far back. Well, just about a second across the line, but I expect he does get DRS. Yeah, he does, because he's not getting overtaken by the Sauber. So yeah, but again, nice easy defending there. So easy enough then. Still in P14 now, because we gained a position from Ricciardo. So again, that would have been P12 without that mistake, and still not the end of the world, is it, with that pit stop blunder? But never mind, we'll move on from that now. So let's skip ahead then to the end of lap 14 then. So much of the same in between. They just didn't really manage to get alongside me, or if they did, there was not a lot of excitement occurring. Now, behind us now, they're pretty close. Is that closer than there has been previously? I think it might be, you know. And wow, he is fairly close. Does he steal some slipstream? No, he doesn't, but he might. Well, he's going to be alongside me, if not past me, actually. So I need to be... Wow, look at that. It's going to be straight along past me. Can't keep down from some slipstream. Going to break very late there. They're right on the inside curve, and we managed to get that position back just through some very brave late braking. I didn't want to just sail through, so I decided to just be incredibly late on the brakes there. I managed to brake quite a lot later than him, and I managed to make that move stick. So skip ahead now then to coming on to the penultimate lap then. So this is realistically the last chance that Kevin Magnussen is going to have to overtake me. And look at the gap ahead. There's just a big old gap ahead. So like I said, looking forward to getting a better car so I can start attacking a little bit. And rich mixture then. We've still got 0.8 of fuel, so we can pretty much go rich for this entire last lap. And looking like he's not going to have too much pace. He might be able to get alongside me. Will he? On the brakes. Yes, he is just about alongside me, but that's not going to work on the outside there. So there we go then. All he needs to do now to the end is make no mistakes, and that'll be P14 in the bag. It's not overly exciting, is it? But it's like I said, it does feel pretty good when you're driving it, because I know it isn't easy. And you can see me there just going to standard mix, because I just don't want to I don't want to risk it. I'm going to actually go back to Rich now, but through that corner, I didn't want to risk getting rid of too much wheel spin with a bit more power than I was used to. And although Magnussen, lock up there, Magnussen is all over me, so this race isn't over yet actually. And the tyres are pretty worn, you can see. I expect my tyres are a bit more worn than them, hence he's all over me. A bit more than he has been previously. And just need to get a good exit out of this next corner. I should be okay. It's not a very long straight. It's only really if you get a bad exit from this corner that they're able to get anywhere near you. And looking like I should be okay, diving out the slipstream once again. And there we go. So now it is just all about no mistakes till the end. Then there's no real overtaking opportunities now till the end. So it is just all about, as I said, making no mistakes. And I think I was across the line quite some time ago then. So I'm usually about half a minute or so back from the leaders. And I expect it will probably be a bit more with this this track. And look at the mini-map. My teammate is the yellow dot. Just can't quite see him now, but my teammate's a yellow dot. He's quite a way behind, so I'm not sure if he made some sort of mistake or had some sort of issue, but so he lost a little bit of time there. And there we go, across the line then. Let's take P14 in this relatively uneventful race. Just all about defending really, wasn't it? You can see just straight away he thunders straight past me there, and so does the Sauber. And well, there we go then. So my teammate was down in 21st. So having started at the back of the grid, we get all the way up to P14. So that's what, about 8 positions gained. So I'll certainly take that, and about 50 seconds back from the leader. Like I said, usually that's about half a minute, so about 20 seconds slower than the leaders we were this race. So no surprise we were really struggling there in that race. But like I said, Monaco next, so fingers crossed we can have a bit of a better result there. I do tend to go fairly well around Monaco, especially against the AI in previous games at least. And P12 now, so we lost another position in the standings there. And P12 still got 7 points, but still a little way ahead of Perez, a couple of McLarens. So as I've said previously, hopefully we can have a better car and have some good results. And still P7 for the constructor standings. Would really like to get P7 in my first season for the Manor, if not more if I can. That'll be good. And like I said, Monaco's up next, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.